It's so many people getting. I see why my channel is needed because people get the advantage taking them so much lack of knowledge. There's two things I like. Number one, I ain't let nobody count. I got stuff I like. If they back away from me, so be it. God got me. But I get people, they just don't know. And they get taken care of. And it's hurting. It hurts cardio as a whole because they just don't know. Guy, he went to a shop, man. The guy told him, he said, I ain't got no base. He told him he had to keep it. And then guy said a couple of things he said, let me know he don't know nothing about cardio. He said, yeah, man, I had a kick competition sub in there. And they told me, nah, that's a problem. And I wonder why I had a competition sub. I said, bro, any sub can be used in competition, anything.
What that even mean?
It just means when kickers say it, Falls Gate, they let you know, hey man, this is a high performance. Okay, so you can get more than just the day fill up. All right, then you get they taught them they told the kicker was his problem, but they could just build them a box. But they're not gonna just build them a box because they need to keep the lights on, pay everybody. So that's why, what's up, y'all? That's why shops don't particularly like, some shops do. Some shops do not feel for what I do because I'm telling people the truth and it helps make their job a little easier. Some have angst, just doing his garage. He ain't got a shop. Yeah, but you just take me money. You just take me, one shop that I really respect, 5 Star. I do down there in Florida. 5 Star. I got a lot of respect for 5 Star. Him and the Spanish guy. Because they try to give you, they do some high-end stuff. They do some budget stuff too. When you come in, they actually sit there and listen to you. And I spend a lot of my time on the phone, y'all, just listening. Some people, it's challenging because sometimes, like for instance, this brother right here. All right. His problem is, I can tell from the first couple of texts that he's not an experienced user. He thinks I'm, they call him, I can just sold him a box. But I know if I give you a box and you don't have your signal right, it ain't gonna make no difference no way. You still this. I tell y'all, I want y'all to understand this. Box and sub go together. Still be our relationship. People don't believe that. I read a guy, B Link 6345 said, man, it's just a box. I wish I could roll up on him. It's just a box. I don't understand how you even say that. Well, what logic is you thinking about? It's just a box. It's not just a box. The subwoofer does nothing without the box. The box is nothing without the subwoofer. Them two go together. I don't care if you don't believe nothing else I say on this channel. Them two go together. The box can make the subwoofer sound terrible. Any subwoofer. Period. But it's true that it's the end. But before we get to that, the box and the sub, baby, they're totally dependent on one thing: signal. Signal. That's why a good cardio system starts under the hood. I have to preach this to you every live. Your electrical matters. You must know your alternator rating before you pick your sub, before you pick your amp. Before you pick your amp, you must know your alternator rating. Must know. You can't just pick an amp and don't know your alternator rating. You're going to have defective equipment. All the time. Once you know your alternator rating and you know if you're going to increase it or increase it or not, then you can pick your amplifier. The last part of the puzzle is the box and the sub. So me, and I have a lot of customers that will tell you they still coming back. Asking. The guy Fred French came with the Corvette. He told me, man, MB, I love it. Sounds great. He actually came the other day. I heard it. This ain't it. He said, what? I said, nah, bro, you clipping. And I showed it to him. The most important tool you can get Baby, can you go over there and give me that box ADD1? The most important tool you can get after you get everything set up and installed. Everybody should have one of these. And if a shop doesn't have this, do not get your system installed there. I'm straight up. I mean this. I don't care who I make you mad. I don't care if you're going to hear me in the comments. I could care less. Steve Meade, thank you, baby. Steve Meade changed the game, and he gave this is his impact on the world. And it is a mandatory, necessary. I'm not gonna get no kickback for how many you buy these. I have no. Unlike other channels, I don't do no affiliate links. My affiliate link is my product. I'm betting the house on my box. I don't do no affiliate links. I don't. Not into it. You're not gonna tell me what to say. So I don't want no affiliate link. My dealers that I'm the company that I'm a dealer for, I say what I got to say. They respect it. If no disrespect to them, if they don't respect it and they say and they discontinue, I am not gonna cry for none of them. Hey, I guess our moment in time was over with. I ain't gonna cry because ain't nobody gonna control me. So I don't do no affiliate links. I might say something make you mad. That and that fiction. We can partner, we can work together, but you ain't gonna control me. So I don't do affiliate links. So I don't get no kickbacks from this. But this thing right here is a need device. If you go to it and get your system installed, this is the only way. This is the only way you're gonna be able to check to see if they did you right. This is the only way you gonna be able to check it. This and the reason why I said you can be able to check it with this little device right here. Oh, I don't have it in here. I know it must be another box. It comes with a manual. A step by step. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. Steve tell you how to do everything to not only figure out where your head unit's clipping it, then you can set your amplifier. Then he got known for crossover calibration. But this one here is mandatory. Mandatory. Whether you know how to hook up amplifier or not. There's no sense of putting the cardio system in your vehicle. If you don't have the time, you have to somebody else do it. That's cool. You don't know how to do it. You don't know how to run the wires and this, that. That's cool. But to check your work, you're going to need this. If not, you don't know what they're going to do, and they can tell you anything. Before I get to the question, the second thing you must understand is if a lot of these vehicles coming out today, you cannot take the radio out. You can't. You can't take the radio out the vehicle. It's got too many functions. These new 2025 Sierra ATV4s, they ain't no radio replacement for that. You stuck with that factory system. And I remember the period of time when people went away from audio control because the radio is easy to replace. But that time has returned again. I see why Stinger bought audio control. I forgot. Pack bought them. They need to start incorporating the line up of converters into their product. Because those passive LOCs that people are getting from certain, I think some Pack has one too. Boy, that thing ain't hitting on nothing. That thing ain't hitting on nothing. Straight up. It really not. You need a line out converter, a power line out converter. I stand behind this. I stand behind this thing. Powered. LOC. You're going to take the speaker wire from your rear speaker. Most of the time, that's going to be your full range signal. And you're going to put it into this device, and it's going to turn it into 2 RCAs. One for your mids and highs, and one for your bass. You're going to take this knob right here and just turn it all the way over. The AC knob, ACCU bass knob. You're going to turn it all the way over. That way, when you turn the volume up, it's not going to take the bass out your signal. This little power device, I'll let them tell you, man, I don't have no way to put it. Take you and your vehicle away from them. If they call themselves an installer. When I was on the channel, when I was on the Kicker Show 4 years ago, when I had the Balls gave 1,500 BDCPs inside that middle cab, I had a factory radio in there. Y'all can go back and watch the video. I was doing 140s on 1,500 watts. With 1,500 BDCP with numerous A's, I was doing 140s. This is how I was getting the sub signal right here. So these new vehicles, they come in with subwoofer outputs. ATV4s, the Denali, Sierras, they have them. This is what they have. They have this little device right here. Can y'all hear me well? Good. They have this little device. Fred, don't hijack that feed. People asking questions now. This device, just take the sub signal, put it in right here. Put the sub signal in right here. From unpowered to subwoofer. Put the 2 wires. If they got 4 wires, put them all in. Positive, negative. If they got a wire with solid color and a wire with 1 line, and there's 4 of them, put the 2 wires with solid lines, put it in the negative, and the 2 wires with no lines, put it in the positive. Or switch it. However, it doesn't matter. Just give it a signal. It come in a manual too. Y'all gonna have to read. I'm telling you this stuff. You're gonna have to stop. Don't trust me. Don't trust them people in the shop. Don't trust. Some people say, man, you want too much for your boxes. Okay, whatever. That's how you feel. It's my time, my knowledge, my tools. Same thing with them when you go to a shop. Man, they want too much to put the radio in. You can do it yourself for free. But just like I tell you how you can check my boxes to make sure you're in the right port area, in the right box size, box volume, this device right here lets you check to see if they didn't set your amp while you ain't clipping so you won't be coming back. Fred coined a phrase that I like, subwoofer subscriptions. They selling you subwoofers with a defective component that they know you're eventually going to recon. Some of these shops are setting you up. They setting the system by ear. It's repeat business. They know you're gonna burn the subwoofer up, and then they're gonna tell you, yeah, man, you need more power. You got used to it. They ain't no good. They're gonna see another set of subwoofers. A higher brand, bigger amp. It's a game. Straight up, if you don't know, you're gonna get taken every single time. In a car dealership, with a woman, anything. If you don't know, what you don't know can and will be used against you every single time. I ain't lying, baby. Well, we just found that out with my oldest boy. What you don't know can and will be used against you. I don't care who don't like me telling the truth. I was doing it. Man, the kickers don't hold enough. I was taking 500 watt Q class, doing 140 on 1,500 watt. On the stock radio. This needed. So when sometimes people call and text me, talk about the box. Sometimes I say, man, you know what? In the course of the conversation, I say, you know what? Let's go back. Let's get this right before I say your box. Let's get this right. I want you to make sure, because I want to make sure that you're going to get what you expect. If your signal ain't right, I don't care if I build a box, Bobby Gately build a box, 210, I don't care who build custom loads, who'll build your box. If your signal ain't right, you're going to fault them. And it's all because your signal ain't right. It's needed. This sound here, hey, I appreciate your comment, DJ Ron, but this is for all y'all comment. It's people that ain't commenting, them the ones I'm really talking to. For that reason, they're trying to gain some knowledge because they want a good sound system and they devote their time watching me here to try to learn. Go back, y'all. Go back and watch all them videos, man. Just come on up with me. I'm taking you step by step, and you'll learn this stuff so you'll know. I like what I like. I can make anything sound good. Scar too. I can make anything sound good. I'm a box builder. That's when people ask me, what do you suggest for my vehicle? What can you afford? What sub do you want to run? Don't make no difference to me. Whether you buy from me or don't buy, it don't make no difference. I can make it sound good. And once you so into me, I'll help you with your system. You get about me, I'm gonna help you say you need to get this, you need to get this, you need to get that. No, don't do that. No, you got I can't take it right out. You don't need to take it right out. You can get this audio control device, you'll be fine. I really like what I'm doing. I really do like what I'm doing. I dwell this lane out. I'm not one of the big, if you ain't got 15, 12, 18, 12, and you ain't loud, I'm not one of them guys. Everybody ain't gonna do that, man. I'm just a regular dude that like bass, man. My main thing with these line output converters, make sure they're powered. I'm against passive. I'm gonna have to try to kick a key lock, see, but I'm against passive because I found that the passive devices, but no, I have heard of key lock. The key lock is fine. Key lock is fine. But all the rest of these little back boxes for $20 from Walmart, Scotch, man, that's why your system ain't sounding right. Fred French, he might be in the comments. He put inside that Stingray Corvette, flipping like hell. When I showed it to him, he said, yeah, I don't understand that. He said, man, we set everything in the distortion detector. The signal is clipping as soon as he turned the knob on that pack device. Let me get some of these questions, man. Get you a power and get you that SMD. So no matter what you get, for some reason this stuff ain't, because if this device right here detects distortion, you ain't set right. I don't care what it is, whether you got a passive or non-passive. It says if that light come on, you ain't set right, which means your bass is not doing what it could do. I really believe, like the guy sitting on Kicker Show I watched the other night, and it's so true. Most of you have not heard 500 clean watts on the stove. You just have it. Just have it. What's up, Dave Atlanta? What's up, Roy? Yeah, I'm having a blessed night, man. Had a little headache. Okay. I see this here. MB, you check out the Dayton Audio yet? Got a F3 or 23 hertz. I like them lows. However, it's not made for acoustical environment of a car. It's about $119, $99. It's made for home. It's not going to overcome the acoustical environment of a car. It's not going to do what I want to do as far as output. Man, hi, your afternoon. I was next to a black Serato with his scar stickers on the bed window. I can't wait. Depending on how to be. Hope I ain't built the box. Some scar might surprise you. There's nothing wrong with the scope, but like I say, a lot of y'all commenting here. This live is for people who don't know. They trying to ask questions they don't know. And some of them, those of you in the background, y'all ain't commenting because you see I respond to these people. Man, I see these people all the time, man. If they in their feelings, because I'm saying that's cool. This the challenge for y'all who don't know. I like to see new people in the line asking questions because I know you don't know. And it's scared. Don't be scared to ask a question. I'm gonna defend you if these people get up on you, man. Because I don't like I ban some of them big boy bills. Come on, man, that ain't loud. H for mid bass. So what you watching me for? What you here for then? What is you here for? You got you a parking lot pit says truck. You can't do no work with it, but you want everybody to know your shit. Like, who cares, man? I don't deal with no keyboard warriors, man. If you gotta ask a question, man, you don't know, just ask me. I want to see a new name up here. I value those who gonna help you, not belittle you. What's up? What's up, Trent? Jay? I don't know none of these people. Only a couple of people I know for sure. I know T. Brew. Talk to him a lot. Fred talked to him a lot. Don't think that, this is just his crew. This make me feel good about myself. Man, I don't need this. I don't need none of this. I don't need none of this. How much of those? How much of those, man? How much is what? How much is what, CM? Ask me again, CM, because I ain't never seen that before. How much is what? Let me ask you, I'm gonna look for you again. Okay, V Mo, you answer this question. I like to read people that ain't never had it. All right. Yes. It has to be. The signal has to be clean, man. If the signal has to be clean, once you know you got everything set, you got distortion detector. He said, "Man, can I be louder from a prefab from a custom?" Yes. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Prefab is not gonna give you the biggest port area you can use in your vehicle, and I can make it fit in the shape, possibly give you more instead of just making the box for everybody to get something. I can tailor the shape to fit and maybe give you some more trunk space. Definitely improve the output and go lower. There's some prefabs out there that go low. Yeah, there's some. There's some, I think. I've heard of there's some prefabs out there that go low, but it ain't really made for you. It go low, but it's still gonna miss one thing. They ain't gonna mess with that port area too much because they're gonna try to make one box work for several subwoofers. I'm trying to make one box work for your subwoofer. Big difference. It's a big difference. That's right. That's right. And this device here is pretty much mandatory. Kicker need to come out with a power one, in my opinion. DD need to come out with a power one, in my opinion. B2 Audio, everybody, you need to come out with a powered LC, a power device. So they run, if they want to run all your equipment. Why? Because company manufactures all these vehicles. You can't take the radio out of the Tesla. You gotta take the radio out of the Tesla. Period. Got speakers in. You're going to tap into that signal after the amp. That's the only way you're going to be able to get you a good, clean signal. And it's so simple. You don't have to buy these. Listen, you do not have to buy no elaborate pack device with a horn is $300. My boy, Kennard Hill, he might be in the fees. I mean, I thought I needed. Heard two different people. Crunchfield tell them one thing because they trying to sell them something. Understand this. You got your factory radio. You got your factory amp to send the wires to your speakers to play. These devices, audio control, make devices that you don't have to bypass the amp. It goes after the amp. It goes after the amp. All you're going to do is tap into, go into your door. You're going to tap into the whatever is your rear speaker. Whatever's your full range speaker. You can pretty much figure that out. Most of these new cars and the front doors, they're putting the mid bass at the bottom and they put in the tweet at the top. You do not need a full range signal. You only need a full range signal if you're using the mids and high. But if you're not, if I'm gonna keep my factory mids and highs, I'm gonna switch them out. Okay, cool. I just need the sub signal. All this thing need for the sub frequencies is 150 and under. That's it. You could get it off the front though. If it go all the way down to, if it go from 150 and under. Anytime you need a full signal is if you're trying to use that signal to power that speaker to power your mids and highs, get a signal, turn that to RCA, and then your sub. So then you need a full signal. It's going to divide it up. But they got other devices more complex than this. Audio control is going, that's why Stinger bought them. They're going to see a resurgence because companies are coming out with trucks and people think, man, I can't put nothing in there. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And we're gonna take the signal from after the amp. We're gonna take the signal from after the amp. You don't have to buy no $300-$400 harness and all that. You don't. They done made a business on that because that's why I get a lot of angst there. Well, you don't know. You shouldn't tell him that. That's not gonna make his. That's gonna make the door chime not work. How it gonna not make the door chime not work? Stop it. Stop it. So when the speakers stop working, that's gonna make the door chime not work and all your steering wheel control. We now need all that. We're not changing the radio. I'm gonna keep the factory radio. I'm just cutting in. I'm cutting it into the. I just need the signal to sit here. You can get up, and in today's something else I'm finna tell you. In today's world, especially with these trucks, you need a DSP. What? Mm-hmm. You're gonna tap into the signal with a line output converter. DSPs don't come with line output converters. But tap into the signal, a full range signal, and turn into RCA. One set of RCA wires going into a DSP, and you're gonna get 6, 8, 12 channels you can control. And what do we do then? We leave the speaker, we leave the factory amp alone altogether. Only thing your installer going to do is run new speaker wires. Don't just disconnect them. Just cut them off. It's going through a trouble code to the speaker. Your vehicle is not going to start working because you done disconnected the speaker. Not. Let me tell you that bullshit. It's not. The speakers blow all the time. You can disconnect all the speakers on your door and your truck gonna fire up and everything is gonna work. You just ain't gonna have no sound. That's it. And when they tap into the factory wires, what they're doing is using the factory speaker wires to power up your door speakers. They might not be the sufficient gauge that you need. So why don't you just leave them there all together? Just cut them. Say, look, man, put my amps on the back seat and run new wires. I already got the signal. All you need is one full range signal into a DSP, and you're going to get 6, 8, or 12 channels out, which means 6, 8, or 12 pairs. All you need is 6, the most 8. Each pair is an amplifier. You need 2 RCAs for your sub signal. That'll go to your sub amp. Depending on how many speakers you're running, you're going to need 2, 4, left, front door. Depending on how many speakers you run, how big of a DSP you need. And you keep your factory radio. You ain't changing nothing. All you doing is turn the volume. Because that's all I do. When I get inside my vehicle, I'm not sitting there messing with EQ all day. No, I'm not. Everything's set. I just play a song, turn the volume up. Only thing I'm messing with is the bass. That's it. Everything else is set how I want it to be. I heard it here. I'm going to say it again on a dedicated video. Trucks. Power line output converter. Get you a DSP. Leave everything else alone. Well, we're going to bypass down. Man, you just trying to make some money off me, man. Run new speaker wire. You putting all my amps out on the back door anyway. Run new speaker wire. Be done with it. Let me get some of these questions, man. Because that's what I was doing in the truck, y'all. Man, I love how that truck sound. I was running this right here with a factory head unit, doing 140 with 2/8. Yes. Will the passive LC make the amp clip at a lower gain? See, this is the problem. Here's the problem. The gain is not. I wish they would change that and stop calling it gain, but it's too. The gain is not dispensable power. It's just matching the head amplifier to the source signal. The less of it you use, the better. Sub LOCs, the double S, line output converters. This one does. This right here. See the bass? That's your gain. So you can keep your gain off on your amp. Control it from right here. Take that function away from the amplifier. Get away from them passive LOCs. I'm trying to give them the recipe, man. Because sometimes people, I'm on the school of thought of this. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it real simple. Net audio subwoofer converter. If it's passive, I don't care. As long as if it's powered, probably gonna like it. If it's passive, stay away from it. See, I'm looking at them commenting people the names I don't see all the time. Because I know that's the people that's commenting, they're coming all the time. Sometimes they're here for, speak to each other. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But we're 77 people in the feed. I keep seeing the same name. Y'all don't be scared to ask me a question. That's what you're here for. Ask me so I can answer. You stop. Maybe I ain't got to watch him. He answered my question yet. Ask me. And don't be afraid if they jump on you and say a stupid question, man. I get them out of here. My challenge, they try to help. Because sometimes I'll be wrong. I get information from here. Yeah, sometimes I'll be wrong. I ain't wrong about this. I ain't even back down on this. I don't like no passive. I don't like no passive device. Get your power. It's your power with LOC. Make sure your signal's clean. And then with these new vehicles, AT4s, these Sierras, the Knowledge, these Fords, man, you can't take the radio out. It took two. I bought a truck in 2018. The radio didn't come out with that truck to 2021. 2021 or 2022. These new 2023, 24, 25 trucks, man, I can't tell you right. It's so easy. Audio control, Wave Tech. Wave Tech is a good. That's why his business, Wave Tech, is going to have such a good following. I just not going to spend all my time never talking about one company total product. I'm not going to do that. Everybody, I'm talking about the Solo X's. The why I'm probably talking about something else. That's just the truth. That's just how it's going to go. Y'all making money. I ain't paying me. Y'all making money. It's true. Appreciate it. But hey, y'all making money. Everybody. DD2. B2 Audio. It's just the truth. I help y'all make money, but ain't nobody cut me a check. And I want to keep my independence so y'all can value my opinion. I don't want to be bought and paid for. Because I don't keep talking about the same thing over and over again. I'm not. I want all y'all to try to best each other. I know Joshua wants that. I want DD in that truck. You're going to have to figure out something to get past this Solo X. Bad now fixed. It is what it is, man. Competition good. I do it with my boys. Yeah, competition. We push each other. Iron sharpen iron. This is not the Mickey Mouse show. Everybody get a participation trophy. We ain't doing that. Not here. I don't like everything. We don't do that. No, sir. What's this one? Slip the jab. Most cats, if they got a new car, they need a more substantial bottom end. This is so true. And on my channel, Slip the Jab, I really pay attention to, I'm on the form and function. You ain't got to do no build outs. And you ain't got to do that. Most of the time, these fans, you set inside, man, look, my next truck is going to be an F40, F250. Every start location they got for the speaker is fine for me. Then they got 6x9s. The new, my boy Fred, his new vehicle he got 19 speakers in there. Harman Kardon. We didn't talk on the phone, I think, day before yesterday. We didn't talk today. Day before yesterday, man. Just switch out what they got right there. Same thing I told him. He can't take his radio out. He got a 12-inch screen. Every function of the vehicle is inside there. He's going to get a DSP and control. Get a DSP. Probably going to buy one for me. LLC, set everything right with a laptop, and just change the speaker location and run new speakers and put everything behind the seat. These vehicles, they got my truck, my staging is fine. Only thing I did was put tweeters instead of the 3.5. I put tweeters on every door. That's it. Everything's fine. The headliner, the 3 in the dash to give you the brilliance of the glare. Everything's fine. Just replace with better speakers and run new power wires. That's it. Don't go in these shops. They make you feel you got to buy all this stuff. They got to keep them lights on. Now, if you do it, that's cool. That's cool because not everybody watches me. So I understand some shops, man, because I'm telling them the truth, but be for real, for real. It's like me. I don't try to sell a box. I'm not trying to sell a box to everybody in here. I'm not. Some people gonna see me, some people ain't. Yeah, 60,000 people that see me so far. What you scared about what I'm saying? For it's 360 million people in America. Everybody ain't gonna watch me. The algorithm ain't gonna show me to everybody. But the ones that do, they're gonna save them a couple of bucks because you don't need all that. Right? You don't need all that. You don't. You don't need to do no build out and stage. You don't need none of that stuff. You can replace the speakers they got. And if you're a street beater, just going to and for work, you're a family man, married, got wife, kids, this, that. You don't have to do all that stuff. Yeah, you don't have to, and still have good sound. Mm-hmm. I'm straight up. I ain't heard nobody. I have not heard a Pamp and Pro set correctly, and that could be what the problem is. I have everybody have them. When I hear them, I said, "Man, this is." And I put on Distortion to tell you, I said, "This is the problem right here." Now it could be maybe I had heard one set correctly. That could be it. So when they come for me, that please don't not miss this part right here, because you do that. Hear the whole thing. Don't sidebar just a little bit of it. Hear the soundbite the whole thing. But I know sometimes a little bit too much to ask. Oh no, that pack is not good. No sir, not me. I ain't heard one say good yet. This one for sure. That's a lot of shops putting that in there. That line I converted from Walmart to stores early before you even set your games. Fat not fair. As a passive, that SCORSCHE, that little $20 thing. Oh my God! Then the shops be trying to show up people $40 for that joke. Man, get out of here. What's this right here? MB, what are your thoughts on the MTX sub with the inverted apex surround? The same technology that Jacob trying to use now and say he changed the shape so it's different. Yeah, okay, it might be different. You changed the shape, but the idea came from them right there, MTX. That's been around since what, the early 2000s. You might change the shape. It's the theory. The theory is there. It'd be like somebody coming out with a square silver right now and say, "Nah, mine's a little different." Yeah, but you got the idea of a square for the kicker. Don't piss on my leg, man. It is what it is. That subwoofer with the inverted apex surround gives you more X max. However, if you notice on the MTXs, you still got substantial cone. I wish they had an 8 so I could put on the channel. I wish his name is oh man, he took it over from his dad. I wish I could remember his name right now. I wish he would come out with 8. I wish the MTX would come out with 8. I'm behind the scenes. I told y'all what I've been doing. I got a Solo X here, didn't I? I'm gonna get the Mini Z soon. The Solo X gonna bring the Mini Z. Stay tuned. What? Oh yeah, the Mini Z on his way home. the Mini Z on his way. He's gonna come back. Only probably trying to figure out now how he going to that price point. But then Sundown came out with this $700 8. So hey, we'll see. We'll see. But it's on its way. Oh, it's on its way. It's lost. I'm making work around here, baby. All right, I'm making work. We do something different. We don't keep talking about no sub. You ain't finna keep no sub. They ain't finna happen. Do something different. Shit'll get off the pot. That's what I say. What's the difference between LC and LC? When I got a cheap high-end converter, now I'm leaving a formula today. What's the difference between one is I got the LC 2, and I believe the 2 means because if you get a full range signal, you can get RCAs for your mids and highs for that amp. You know, those 4-channel amps, they take one input in and give you 4 channels. If it's not correct, one input goes in, they give you 4 channels, and then each one they how you gonna use it. Different crossover paths, different dBs, gain, correct? Okay, you get a full range signal in here. You can get 2 mids and sub. If you just use it to get your sub signal, just put whatever power your subwoofer is. Wire going into that. Take that wire, stick it in here. That's all you need. And now, only thing that's gonna work is gonna be your bass. You ain't gonna have nothing up here because there's not enough frequencies, and you'll be fine. Cost you $99. Some places $89. I'm glad I was able to bring this out. This is so neat. This is helpful. What's another question? I ain't seen this guy long. I'm gonna ask this question. I ain't never heard. I ain't ever seen slip the jab. Slip the jab. I'm gonna be a boss. Around SI 250. I know the sweet signs too, baby. What's happening with you? Around ACA 250 on a JL 10W7 with a high output box in my O2 former property power. Got my pounds, baby. I love what you're doing. All right, thank you, man. That sound like a great system right there. 250. Ooh, wee. Like a great system right there. I'm glad you like it, brother. Distortion detectors. This device right here from Steve Meads, $207. $207. You give them DMO engineering, you can get them Amazon. Just type in SMD DD1. West Coast Customs. A lot of people sell them. It's mandatory. To me, it's mandatory. Check to see if you clip it. Fix it when you do. Oh, I know you didn't. I know you said right. I appreciate the information. I had the guy at local shop help with my adjustment after installing your box. The first thing he did was got the SMD. Keep going back to him. I respect that shop. Keep going back to him. I know you banging that, T, bro. When you tell me, man, this is, and you feel the review, I know. I'm so happy you got a sister. I'm so happy everything. Your daughter doing well. This man sacrificed so much for his daughter, man. I had to. Hey man, I'm glad you got to have a system. Keep going back to that shop. When you go to a shop and they pull one of these out to set your amp, man, keep going back to them. Keep going back to them. Keep going back to them. They don't pull that out. They ain't got nothing. That's actually. So how you set my amp? Oh, I've been setting my amp since the 20s and 30s. Run fast as you can. Run fast. Take your vehicle keys and get out of there. Because he finna give you a install subscription. He like that free. You got a silver subscription. He finna give you an install subscription. He finna set your stuff. He know you're gonna be back within a year. You're gonna be back with some problem. Yeah. To message me. We do all kind of my box prices. Your vehicle, message me. We'll go through it because I'm asking you a whole lot of questions. Is it good to run do runs of power on ground on 3,000 watt monoblocks or just a single run? In my opinion, man, when I had my fathers get 50 BDCP, got these meal customs off Amazon. I had 2 power, 2 pound going in there. Really doing on my 5K in there right now. I need one day set. I was supposed to get to my vehicle today, but building boxes and making sure I get my boxes out in this 4 to 5 week period. Sometimes I can't even work on my system. I have to change my. Just found out the other day that I think the wire came so because the other door is working. I want deeper mid bass. I'm so mad that Joshua went away from the A series, man. I got a pair here, and I might put them inside my vehicle, but I don't know. I bought a. Man, shut up, steer. So I bought me some new mid bass drivers, some solid ones. Me and Fred got to talking and I did some research too. I don't think that so to answer your question, run dual. Whatever they say, run 2. That's just the MBE school of thought. I don't care if it was a 1500 watt amp. I don't care if it was a 1200 watt amp. Double it up. If it got a 1200 watt, my Falls Gate had 1 out going to it and it said take a 4 gauge watt. Increase the current going to the amplifier, gonna keep your amplifier cool. And enable it to make the power that you want better. And back what I was talking about. I want some deeper mid bass. So I'm getting away from them Neo. And I bought these. Going back to my ferrite. Trying to get me some deeper bass. So my woofers don't have to work as hard. How y'all like this? And I think I'm gonna start reviewing mid bass drivers and mid ranges. Let y'all hear. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to decide what sounds good to build a test box, bench. Try to figure out how I'm going to do that. I think that needs anybody looking to grow a channel. That's definitely needed in cardio. Because I get that question, wait, what's some good mid-bass, mid-range people? And I always say, get what sounds best to you. Nobody's really just reviewing them. But so for the haters, because y'all in the feed too, you want to know how to get your subscriber out. Some of y'all, it really ain't about you like cardio. You just want to have a lot of subscribers so you can feel some. The subscriber count don't make me feel nothing. Yeah, they can. One thing I learned about people, they did it Jesus. They could be here today, they could lead them off. I could say the wrong thing and everybody disappear. So it don't make no difference. Don't never depend on people. But if you want to grow your channel, find a problem. Find a problem and give them a solution. That's how I grew with these truck boxes. 8s. Man, why you digging on 8s? Because ain't nobody else messing with 8s. That's why. They making them, and now I have proved that it's obviously when Kicker made one, they solidified it for sure. The Super 8 market. The DD2408 had been out. It's on revision G now. Kicker got in the game. Strongest they ever made a 500 watt Q class. Now they got 800 watt solo, which we know is not 800 watt. So they solidified the 8-inch arena. Took them 4 years, 90 in it. So you looking for something to grow your channel? So everybody, you think this? Oh, I want 1,000 subscribers, people watching me, whatever. You want that? That's what you set out for. Start reviewing 6.5. You think that's people want to hear? They can't hear. They don't know what sounds what. I'm trying to figure out. Do I have the time to do that? Do I want to keep buying 6.5s and tweeters and trying on different component sets? Ain't nobody doing it. Just gave you something. Flesh that out. Be patient with yourself. It's gonna take some time, but they'll come. They'll come here. I'm gonna watch you too. I'm gonna see just to hear what different stuff say. Buy them all. Don't buy your favorite brands that you're messing with all the time. Buy everybody. Me, I'm just gonna mess with the brands that I mess with. I need you to grow your channel, whoever you may be. Buy all these. There's a bunch of them out there. Every company got them. CT Sound. I seen that CT Sound. That's like a nice little component set. 6.5, Sundown, Resilient Sound. Some of the Trinity Audio. Some of these sets is the same. You'll see when you'll find out, and you'll get like I know I am with these 8s. You'll start finding out, man, some of this it's the exact same stuff. You'll start understanding the business side of things. Then they're gonna hate you too, because they're gonna figure out, oh man, but they ain't gonna know not to say nothing to you because you'll put them out there. Prove that your 8 come from Nash Build House, and so does this one and this one and this one. Prove me wrong, they can't. So they'll be quiet. So do the same thing in them 6.5s. You'll find out. I know 2 companies actually sell the same 6.5 set. Exact same 6.5 set. They just change where they write the words at because it's a business. And they love you to be a bass head and love a particular brand, but actually fleshing it out. Yeah, I ain't against that. I'm gonna keep monitoring. I'm making you have to do something. Shit'll get off the pot. Oh, Chuck, what's up, man? Sure you got that's right. You got the D2 set. They right here, baby. When I get to your box, I'm gonna send them to you. I got you, Chuck Miller. I'm glad. Yeah, this is the first time me seeing you comment, Chuck. Seeing Miller, what's up? I'm glad, man. Anybody else, man, in the feed, don't let these couple of guys, oh, he's gonna talk to this boy. Now I want to see y'all. I want to see new people asking new questions. You see, I told Fred chill out for a minute. My brother chilled out. Let y'all get in and ask some questions. Sometimes I might not get to your question and he'll answer it. Kip might be in the feed. Answer your question. You ask about Kicker product. The channel is not for grandizing and you to go. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. I don't believe none of that. I build follow people who got time, tools, and technical. I like sound. I ain't no bass head. I'm trying to help y'all. I don't need the gas light. Don't mean nothing. My wife, my boy, that's my team. They're my true fans. Yeah. Nah, bro, Chris Hooker. You say you gonna need me for 325. Nah, that's you must got a combo. That's the $1 because it don't cost $225. It's $207. These cars these days almost control the whole car. I see every manufacturer needing to make one. Exactly. So now, because you can't take the radios out, Milton Lane, I ain't see your name before. Because you can't take the radios out, man, that's why I think about audio control. Back, what? And all y'all want to do is turn the volume up. Once it's set, and you can set it yourself. They had a saying long time ago. Some of y'all gonna laugh, man. They say you want to keep something from a black man, put it in the book. You want to keep something from a base head, put it in the book. Man, go ahead, hand in hand. Read. Man, how you got all this knowledge? I sit in the bed and read. I love cardio. I don't watch TV. I ain't got no favorite television show. My wife tell me I get in the bed, turn on Star Wars so I can go to sleep. Star Wars and Star Trek. I'm trying to get off the planet. I don't watch no drugstores, Breaking Bad. I don't watch none of that stuff. I live that stuff. Live that life. I don't even watch it. I watch stuff, get out. I watch weird stuff and then go to sleep. But most time I get bored, I just sit in the living room. I'll be reading up on stuff. Like that new Helix subwoofer that you change the cone. You can change the FS because you can you unscrew the dust cap off, and then you can add weight on the inside and screw that back together. Now you just add the mass, load the FS of the subwoofer. So you can tailor the subwoofer for your listening needs. That's a game. I don't care if nobody else want to look into it or not. That's a game changer. These passive radiators. Man, listen, man. Y'all know that. I'm about, hey, man. And shit'll get out of the pot. Talking about the same old stuff. Okay. Hey, if I see people just run new wires, man. I'm saying a lot of y'all. I'm glad. That's all they do is ask y'all to comment, and y'all get up out of there. Don't let everybody. I'm gonna get to your comment, man. Don't let you talk to the same old people, man. Ask me a question. You know what a dumb question is? The one you don't answer. The one you don't ask. You might ask me a question. I guarantee I'm gonna go research and find out myself. You might say something I don't know. I do not know everything about cardio at all. Period. I'm telling you right now. If you had to put a percentage of the stuff you know in cardio, what would you use in MBE? About 10, somewhere between 10 and 15. Nah, MBE, I believe you know more than that. Yeah, okay. People think once you think you wear, I mean, you know absolutely nothing about anything. Tedious, man. Let me see. Okay. Okay. You got Fred said he got a Pack Amp Pro. I hate him. No good. When you run up here, I'm really you got a Pack Amp Pro and you doing that with that. First of all, let's quantify this. You are a certified electrician too, so you already know how to play with the signal, Fred. That's different. That's different. Yeah, the answer. The Pack Amp Pro has to be programmed with a laptop. And if you don't, some of y'all don't know how to do that, and some of these installers know how to do it either. How important is the size of the voice core? The voice core size of the subwoofer setting is going to be an indicator of how much heat it can handle. The larger the voice core, the more justification for a greater RMS rating. That, coupled with the membrane, is going to dictate how potential loudness you can achieve. The bigger the voice core, The bigger the membrane, the more output potential you have. That's his name. Yeah, MTX is Ivy. Yeah, it's Ivy. I wish he come out with an 8. They got plenty of money. My Tech Corporation, they got plenty of money on it. they got plenty of money. It's like when I'll be trying to give y'all DB Drive product. DB Drive got plenty of money. Plenty of money, homie. That's why they don't care about it. They making money all over the world. They got plenty of money. Hey, I want to tell you this. You know, people be trying to do stuff. On my channel, we're going to talk about my boss. We're going to talk about prefab bosses. I watched you from the other channel with the other guy. So, problem child, you're going to call the problem to yourself. One more, I'm just going to get you out of here. That you go back for the other attention seeker. So, this is your attention right here. If I see you ask something to promote another prefab boss on my channel, you're out of here. What you think about him? You got one, don't you? Your boy got one, don't you? Long, bro. Ain't gonna be long. It's from what I hear, when they tell me it's worth the wait. But make sure you got all the rest of your signals set up too. The cross was important. Bottom subwoofer, I got that part. That's easy. When you get to the end, we easy, but it's all gonna be based on what you do up front too. What's this question right here? DD 715, Sundown 29, Vancouver. Thoughts? I believe you should do 2 8s under the seat. I do not believe in taking out seats to put subwoofers in. Those are my thoughts. But it's your vehicle. That's it. Those are my thoughts. Will I be loud? Yeah, you took your seat out. Mid-bass speakers don't necessarily need a box, but they do need some kind of encapsulation. The more you can separate that back wave from the front wave, the deeper it's going to be. Man, what's this thing? If you're using a bass restoration device, do you need a mid-bass driver? That has nothing to do with the bass restoration device, squad boy. The bass restoration devices, all it's doing is taking most of these ones that's out there, looking at the higher frequencies, dropping them an octave lower. Like when I on my BSI, I got to set at 30, so it's looking at 60 and dropping it down to 30 if it's not already apparent in the music. If it's already apparent in the music, it's going to leave it alone and just give it a slight little influence. That's it. The mid-bass driver is the difference between a mid-bass driver and a mid-range. A mid-range plays all the what, 2,500 or 15,000, whatever the frequency is, where it plays high. Mid-bass, that's just the mid-bass is between arguably, which means that what I'm saying is depending on what contingent of genre people you're listening to in music and their music system. For me, mid-bass is maybe to go from 80 to about 500. Yeah, because sometimes I cross my subwoofer over at 63 with a 12 dB slope, 618. Well, I got 6, 12, 18 with a 12 dB slope. Sometimes I set it at 63 and put it at 6. Sometimes I set it at 80 and put it at 24. Why? Because I just wanted to fill that in. I'm looking for, and what I do when I'm listening to my system low, if my mid-bass drivers can play low, mid-bass between 80 to 150, the subwoofer can help them. I don't have to turn my volume up so loud to get the bass experience I want. but that has nothing to do with the BSI. It has nothing to do with mid-bass driver because the BSI is not doing anything with the mid-bass driver. It will destroy them. It's only working upon the subwoofer. Now, SQ Pures, they have in their doors, they'll have a mid-bass driver that's crossed from, say, 80 to 500. Then they'll have a mid-range that's picking up 400 all the way up to 15, 2000. And then they have their tweeter. All right. Why are they doing all that? Because without their subwoofer being on, you'd be surprised how nice how the music sounds. And then they don't have that much power going to their subwoofer. They don't need to. Because they got all the frequencies covered, so it's more of a blended sound. I'm noticing in my system, I got good mid-range. I ain't got no good mid-bass. So I'm going to fix that. And while I'm fixing it, y'all gonna get to hear a couple of things. Hey, it's been 1 hour. I am gone. Hope I answered y'all questions to the best of my ability. Watch myself, watch others, keep learning. Do not be afraid to ask a question on my channel, man. For real. Just be respectful and don't try to play me for a fool. I just get you out of here. Let you come back somewhere with a different name. That's just how I go. And that's it. Yeah, don't try to play me for a fool and don't faithful. I'm born in 73. Don't fuck around and find out. If I'm talking about subwoofer. Don't do that. Y'all be blessed. Had a couple of them to find out the hard way.